So I would say talking about things is good.
But that doesn't deny her statements. You don't have to have you don't have to have PIV to have sex with someone. Lesbians exist. Cis women date each other, and there's no dicks involved there. You can offer to pleasure someone else and make them happy without it needing to be.
Him getting over his trauma in 4 months reminds me of when Prince Andrew said he couldn't sweat but then got better.
Without it needing to be traditional heterosexual sex. Brother has the most efficient therapist in the world. Damn, 4 months to get over trauma. I mean, I'm happy for him. I think sexual traumas. I mean, I've never experienced sexual trauma, so I don't really have um, a basis for how that experience feels. But I can't imagine it feels great. And I've spoken to people with sexual trauma, and it is very difficult to get through, from my understanding. So if he was dealing with this, and I'm going to believe him because I think it's very weird behavior to not believe that, I'm happy for him for moving past his sexual trauma. And I think that that's a good thing. But that, what he said hasn't disproved anything she said.
Is that why you called her your roommate and never your girlfriend? No, I have said I am never doing another public relationship ever again. Now, here's another really fun one, and this is the real big one. Okay, guilt trips you into giving blowjobs and says, "Do your job. You don't pay rent. I took you to a water park, so you owe me." Pink,
Wait, sorry,
you
before
imply.
we get any further, what the hell are you talking about, Chatter? Weird behavior, not believing. What happens to innocent until proven guilty? I just said that I believed him. He said he had experienced sexual trauma, which made it difficult to have sex with his girlfriend. I said I believe that. That doesn't justify you abusing someone. I can believe him and I can believe his experience and also recognize that his statement hadn't disproved anything yet. Did he commit SA? Goal posting, I see. No admission of wrongdoing, I see. Tectone fan confirmed.
Lied that I was paying you to suck my dick. That is not true. You know that's not true. What you would do is you would go upstairs, you would record your OnlyFans, and then you would beg me to suck my dick. You say that I would say, "Do your job, you don't pay rent." This is factually untrue.
So the statement he just made, does he think that that's like proof that he didn't? This is what I mean when I say you can't prove a negative like this. You can, and it is the case that there are sexually abusive relationships where there is sometimes non-sexually abusive behavior. You can be in an abusive relationship and sometimes have consensual sex. You saying, well, sometimes you sucked my dick because you wanted to, doesn't prove anything. And then we have here this screenshot that says 12/22/23 rent, 12/24/23 rent. Why were these sent in like a day or two later? $2,000 and then 100 testing and then $900 for December rent. I don't know. I don't understand why.
Here is you paying fucking.
And then here we have March rent part 2, March $1,000, part 1 $1,000. This is in Texas. This is some expensive rent. Holy shit. April rent part 1 March 12th.
Rent.
July $2,000.
Not one time, but multiple fucking
Part 1 June. And then this is the same one that he just showed.
times. That is you paying fucking rent. And now
There's a few problems here. One, proving that your girlfriend paid rent. Let's assume for 2 seconds that these are not doctored screenshots, okay? Proving that your ex-girlfriend paid rent sometimes doesn't prove that she always paid rent, doesn't prove that she paid rent every single month. It is totally reasonable that there are months, and this has happened in many abusive relationships, where you are not able to pay rent every single month, and the months that you aren't able to, your abuser can hold that against you. Showing a couple of screenshots, which we cannot verify, so I'm going to have to take him by his word, does not disprove that. Second, abusers will just lie. They will just lie. They'll just be like, yeah, well, you didn't pay rent a year ago. And it's like, yes, I did. And it's like, well, I bet you don't even have the screenshots, because maybe they know that you paid it in cash or whatever. Like, that's not... I don't know why he thinks that this is proof. Neither of the things that you have said or shown, or none of the things you have said or shown, are proof that you did not do these things. I am not saying that you did abuse her or that you didn't abuse her. I am saying explicitly only one thing, which is what you have shown us is not proof of anything. You have not proven anything with your screenshots. And I also don't understand this like drip feed of like, here's 5%. Why wouldn't you just show everything and like clear your name? I just don't understand what the purpose is. What would you constitute as proof? I think
Tectone's breath smells like smegma.
I think in this instance, what you would constitute as proof is like screenshots of her telling somebody else, like, yeah, I'm going to lie about this guy. Or some voice recording of her in an argument or something saying, like, yeah, well, when this relationship's over, I'm going to accuse you of sexual assault or something like that. I think that would be pretty incriminating, I think.
Now, what you might be thinking is, oh, well, maybe those are just edited screenshots.
Or like instances of this stuff happening. So like the instance where she talks about throwing up. Messages where she says like, no, I had a good time. I think it was too much alcohol that I drank. That's why that happened. That would be clearly like, here's her telling this version of events when reality is, here's what actually happened. Also, he stated in March that she didn't pay rent. This clip is in his words that she doesn't pay rent.
So what's fucking bullshit is that the garbage has not been taken out in 7 fucking days. Okay? The garbage has not been taken out in 7 fucking days. It's Pink's responsibility. And the reality is that she's in my fucking house role-playing as a fucking goth Hooters orderer, waitress. And honestly, it's really fucking annoying, because the reality is she doesn't pay fucking rent. She's not doing her fucking responsibilities, and she needs to do her fucking job. Okay? Because the garbage is fucking everywhere. Okay? And it's her fucking turn. And it's ridiculous.
Brother, are you fucking 10 years old? Take it out yourself. Ethan, the problem for me is like, chat, you have to understand these people are rich. They are absurd levels of rich. They have podcasts, they have sponsors, they have like how many fucking subs? These people are swimming in it. They can hire maids. This is exactly I want to use my words carefully here. This is why, or this sort of same notion is why so many people were ready to jump on Steven Crowder. And it's because Steven Crowder has enough money that they could afford 15 cars. But instead, it's a power play thing where he gets off on his wife, his pregnant wife, not being able to leave the house because they only have one car. Steven Crowder, who was offered a $50 million contract by the Daily Wire. There is no sane person in that context that would refuse to just buy a second car for their wife. You don't have that much money and insist your wife clean up give the dogs medicine that would be harmful to the child she is carrying. And then smoke a cigar in front of your pregnant wife.
All to ask whatever happened to men?
For these people, hiring a cleaner, Asmongold is different because you need like a whole sanitation team. So that maybe if Asmongold was saying it, the context is different. But this guy, you could easily hire someone to show up once a week. And it would be pennies. This is his wife. It was his girlfriend at the time. This person. Tectone. His girlfriend was pink. For me, the problem is not having these feelings because these are valid feelings to have. Anyone who has been in a domestic partnership of any kind understands the feeling of, but I already took out the trash this week. I already did this week. I'm already so stressed from work. Why aren't you doing anything? That is valid. That is a totally valid feeling to have. Because you feel like you're being used and you feel like you're not, like there isn't a level of mutual respect and all of this other stuff. That's fair. I mean, anyone who's had roommates knows this feeling. But I think it's very telling to get on your stream to make fun of your girlfriend who just doesn't contribute enough, even though she doesn't even fucking pay rent. To antagonize your girlfriend, who you guys are supposed to be partners in life, to get on your stream and antagonize her for not doing enough for you is disgusting. Because everybody knows there's nothing abusive about trying to communicate that you don't feel the same respect that you give. It is you should be able to have those conversations with the people that you live with, and you should be able to tell them, hey, I feel like I do a lot and I would really appreciate if you did this. Is there something stopping you from doing this?
From that screenshot, he shows she's paying him back for Ubers. Something weird to do for your millionaire boyfriend unless you know they hold you owing money against them.
Yeah. We're about to witness the greatest crash out in Twitch history when OTK officially drop him and everyone at OTK stop pretending like they like him. Yeah. Auntie, thank you for the 3 months. Thank you. Abuse is not trying to communicate to your partner that you want them to do more for you. It is a normal reaction to have to want your partner to do more for you, especially if you feel like you try to be there for them, you ask them what they want, you try to give them what they need. If anything, if you are incapable of doing that, you are setting yourself up for failure in a lot of relationships if you don't know how to vouch for yourself and fight for your needs and your wants. You have to learn how to do it. Otherwise, it's very easy. If you never communicate what you want, how is the other person supposed to know? That is wildly different from getting on your stream, antagonizing your girlfriend, saying she doesn't pay rent, but she's too busy taking these fucking horror photos, so she can't even take out the trash. Those are fucking different things.
Love what you do.
Those are totally different things. Thanks, Galaxy Nina. Thank you for the 13 months. Don't worry, my girlfriend yells at me all the time when I do the things when I don't do the things I shouldn't be doing. Yeah, I mean, you should be able to. He should be able to go to her and be like, Pinky, I am this close. I am this close. Trash week. Trash duty is your job. And you still haven't taken out the trash. And I am this close. Okay? Please take out the trash. I'm losing my mind. I need you to take out the trash. Sure, maybe that's a little antagonistic. Maybe it's a little mean. I think you should be able to be a little bit, maybe this is just my version of relationships. I think you should be able to be a little bit feisty with your demands. I think that that's acceptable. Doing it on stream where you know your audience will go harass her, that's fucking disgusting, dude. All right, let's get back to the VOD.
Well, then if you're not happy with my word, allow me to show you your own. My trauma with Tectone. I have been Tectone's roommate for a year now, and I can say he is one of the most understanding, kindest persons I have ever met, and contrary to popular belief, I do
Why are you
pay
screaming?
rent. Lamau.
Why are you screaming?
When I met Tectone, he was hurt by massive betrayal from the people he trusted. And I'm blessed that he trusted a friendship with me despite all he's been through. He is patient, and even with my neurodivergence, has always made
You guys get it? Because she's a crazy woman, so you can't believe her.
sure my mental health comes first. I couldn't ask for a better friend, and it makes me angry seeing so much misinformation aimed towards him. He's a good person that cares about his friends, loves his cats, helps smaller creators, cares about people from every background, and has your back. If people want to hate on me because of my association, well then, good riddance. People who shit on my friends are no friend of mine, and that goes for content creators too. To everyone else, much love and respect. June 9th, aka 1.5 months before our second breakup. Pink, before I made a post and I said I would give you 2 weeks, you no longer have 2 weeks. You have 24 hours.
More threats. Huh? You realize her defending you doesn't prove anything, right? She literally said in her tweet, I hate that people warned me and I didn't listen because I was manipulated. I should have listened. When you're in it, you feel blind to reason. Are you fucking serious, dude? Like, and this is what makes me really sad. Like, a lot of his audience is teenagers. That's why they watch him play these gacha games. And a lot of the teenagers, they just have never been in relationships, and they've never spoken to people who have been in abusive relationships. And they just don't understand that, like, abusive relationships are not abuse. If that was the case, people would leave. The problem is that abusive relationships have a lot of good things and then bad things, and then good things and then bad things. And the love bombing, which tends to happen, not that I'm saying it's happened here. I can't speak for this relationship because I was not a part of it. I was not there for any of it. But one example of this is love bombing, where this person will treat you horribly, and then they will treat you really well to make you stay. And then you remember, like, we are very sentimental creatures, human beings, and it's very hard to let go of the good. It's very hard to close chapters in your life and say goodbye to people forever. And then you remember all the good experiences you had, and you're like, maybe the bad stuff isn't that bad. Maybe, like, it'll get better. Maybe it's fine. This idea that, like, she had a period of time. I'm not even going to suggest that he wrote it, okay? There's not enough R words in that statement for him to have wrote it. I believe that she wrote it. It easily could have been that there was a time where she felt that way. where she was having a good day or a good week with him and the relationship was good at that time. That's how the cycles of abuse work in relationships. There's a reason people struggle so hard to get out of abusive relationships. And it's because sometimes it's really good. And it's hard to say goodbye to the parts of the relationship that are really, really good. It literally took me 5 years. I'm sorry it took you that long. Did they start out as roommates or friends and then romantically involved? I don't know enough. I think he said he just he didn't want his relationship to be public again, which I think is valid and fair. Because, like, I personally believe that it's weird that there's a lot of audiences that think that they're entitled to know everything about their content creator's personal life. And I've always thought that, like, your personal life should be your personal life. I also don't think it's good for your mental health to have everything about your life public. My first relationship, my girlfriend told me about an ex of hers. Oh, he's terrible 50% of the time, but he makes up for it for the other 50% of the time. And then eventually it becomes 25-75. Mm-hmm.
You have 24 hours. You are going to delete your post and you are going to apologize.
Yes, threaten her some more. Mm-hmm. You're really winning the court of public opinion by being a bigger piece of shit. Do you know how easy it is to disprove women's allegations? Did you see the number of people that insisted on defending Dr. Disrespect after so many things were stacked against him? It took Dr. Disrespect saying, "I messaged a minor." And then people stopped. And even then, some of his fans were still defending him. Do you know how easy it is to be a male creator and get on and be like, this is like, I can't believe someone would do this. This is disgusting. You know, like, I thought that I tried my best to be there for you. Clearly, you didn't think so. And I'm sorry if I did anything wrong, but for you to get on and lie about me is just
Finally
like...
here after work. Sorry this asshole is treating you like this.
It's just...
Denims, DNML, DNML.
It's just pathetic of you to do this. And you will have hordes of people on the internet falling in love with you and being like, you're so right. Women be lying. So true. But he couldn't stop himself for 2 seconds? Isn't that contradictory? Didn't you say it's harder for males to be believed? It's harder for males in real life to be believed by mental health professionals and by the police and by the court system in instances where they are the victims of sexual abuse. It is easier for men on the internet to be believed when they claim that a woman is lying about them. Both of these things can be true. Oh, Tofu, hi, welcome. Thank you for the 9 months. Did you go over the part where Pink contradicted herself, where she said she paid rent and now she says she never paid rent? She never said that she never paid rent. She said that Tectone told her that since you don't pay rent, you have to pay me back in these other ways. And then we literally saw a video of him doing exactly that.
So it's fucking bullshit.
She never said that she never paid rent. She said that he said she never paid rent.
Is that the garbage has not been taken out in 7 fucking days. Okay? The garbage has not been taken out in 7 fucking days. It's Pink's responsibility. And the reality is that she's in my fucking house role-playing as a fucking goth Hooters orderer, waitress. And honestly, it's really fucking annoying because the reality is she doesn't pay fucking rent. She's not doing her fucking responsibilities, and she needs to do her fucking job. Okay? Because the garbage is fucking everywhere. Okay? And it's her fucking turn. And
so, you know, the thing that she literally accused him of.
Yes. Pink and I broke up not once, but twice. And Pink, I don't think people should know. I really don't think people should know why we got back together. I'll be real. This shit makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to go to court. I don't want to have all this aired out in public. I mean this genuinely. I want to move on. I want you to leave me the fuck alone. Stop posting about me, delete your message, and apologize.
Can we give him a black face pass?
Because the harm that you
His
have
shiny
caused
head
me.
keeps flash banging me when I look at the stream.
If there was a reason, that would be the reason, but I'm going to leave that one up to the black community, okay? I don't have enough melanin to make that decision, all right? Not for me to decide. That one's not for me to decide, okay?
The harm that you caused me is insane. Now, apparently, I shouldn't talk about my merits for what I did in the relationship, because apparently that makes people want to label me as a manipulator and a gaslighter. I apologize for being proud of how good of a partner I was, but that is something that I pride myself in, and that is something that I feel heavily betrayed when that comes into question. I am not going to sit here and have my life ruined because one person on the internet.
It's honestly impressive how delusional he is. He has no idea how bad he comes off. He just has no fucking idea how bad he comes off. This is just the same ego that he had in that car clip with his ex-wife. It's disgusting.
Decided to lie. Now, what's insane is that, full disclosure, we have ads. Great. How long are these ads? Jesus. Dude, I fucking have like no ads on my whole channel. We all done? 2 of 5? Great.
Have you seen his other argument with a creator that plays gacha games called MTash? No, but I saw that it looked bad, but I don't know anything about it, so I can't really comment. I saw like one Reddit comment about it, and I was like, okay, but like Reddit comments are insane. Like I feel like the only time Reddit comments are real is if they're downvoted to fuck. Like it has to be like minus 500 points or whatever. It's like, okay, this one's the one that's not lying. So I don't know anything about it.
Great. Guys, I shit you not, like, I am not the one who chooses when these ads run, okay? I do not choose when these ads run. Okay, is there anything else? Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Did she come to you to talk in private before she did this? I wish you guys just talked, have people mediate with this with you two and get over it. I have already expressed multiple times I would be open talking about this via myself or other people. However, I have honestly gone above and beyond, and I have reached out to her personally, DM'd, saying I would like to handle this privately because I have a horrible habit of protecting people that I just simply shouldn't. Are we all back? Are we all back? Yes. At the beginning of the stream, I told you guys I would never tell you a single lie. I'm going to tell you guys something, and I need you guys to listen, because this next thing is a big one. I need you guys to promise me that you are listening. I am going
see we're back in our Dora the Explorer segment.
to say this one
Are you guys
more
listening
time.
now?
And I don't know why people aren't picking up on this. I'm going to say this one more time. In my 30 years of being alive on this earth, there are two things that I've never done. The two things that
It's a rough 30, I guess.
I have never done. I have never cheated. And
Stop screaming.
And I have never placed anyone under an NDA.
What? Sorry, I laughed because of the fucking absurdity that he would try and have a stream talking about everything and then not deny sexual assault. Hello? I think I've lost it. I think I've lost it. I'm I need to stand for a second.
I have never placed anyone. Now, I have been placed underneath NDA. I do sponsors all the time.
Why does he talk like an ogre? I have been placed under NDA. I have a sponsor. What the?
Time.
Who the hell is NDA and why are you under them?
And here.
And yeah, I gotta say, saying that you've never done sexual assault would have been really good to have on that list. On the list of things I've never done, I'm gonna be honest. It would have been smart to say 3 things and then put sexual assault in there. Because if you're just, I guess in the beginning of the stream, he did say he wasn't gonna lie. Maybe that was true. Shit, man.
Here's another thing that needs to be said. There's a thing called the Speak Out Act. And in case you don't.
Sorry, this is just me being a little bit curious. This is me being a little nosy. Let's see. His Tectone Twitter, YouTube videos 2022. Frame something. The entire story of Honkai. Okay, I don't care. Pink. Her Twitter post about the abuse, and then Tectone's Twitter account. So I was being a little nosy. I had to be a little nosy, sorry. So I like the idea that he was like preparing for the stream and he's like, but then he couldn't stop his like Honkai addiction. He was like, well, I just need to know one quick thing for the new DLC that they're putting out. Oh, right. I have to prepare for the stream. And then he went back to it. That's incredible. Okay. He's explaining to us a law. Everybody. Remember yesterday when you said you weren't going to, he said he wasn't going to talk about this anymore. He was like, I'm done. I'm not going to talk about this anymore. Immediately starts talking about it again. Let's listen to what he has to say.
I love you.
There's a thing called the Speak Out
There was something funny about saying, let's see what he has to say in that statement.
Act. And in case you don't know what the Speak Out Act is, the Speak Out Act is an act of Congress which prevents the enforcement of NDAs in instances of sexual assault and harassment. You cannot NDA someone when you commit a crime against them.
Okay.
You can't do that. Now, some people will know why I'm saying that. And some people won't
You're not really saying it. You're more like screaming
know
it,
why
dude.
I'm saying that. And unfortunately, I cannot say why I'm saying that. Now, let me continue.
This dude would make a killing on TikTok. He's edging us more than the TikTok live people who are stacking cards.
You're correct.
Now, let me continue. This is where I get hate. Because I'm going to say something, people aren't going to like it. Do you know why she's doing this? First of all, yes, I know why she's doing this. However, I would like to not vent my dirty laundry in public. I know exactly why she's.
When did you make that decision? Did you make that decision today? Because you've been doing it with your ex-girlfriend and ex-wife for ages, so I don't understand when. Also, I'm sorry, we got to try at least 1.25x because this guy talks so slow.
And I don't want to vent that in public. Okay? I have no desire. I want to move forward. And I wish she would understand. If she would just delete the post and apologize.
And yeah, also, I'm sorry, it's just so silly to say there's no NDAs and then also say
Okay?
that she's been talking behind his back illegally.
I helped you with everything. I fixed everything for you. I was there for you like nobody else was there for you in your whole life. Your words, not mine. The fact that you're letting these people get into your ear, people, the same people who are talking behind my back illegally, by the way, all of this would go away and things would go back to normal. We can go our separate ways and we're done. Thank you guys for the follows. In case you guys don't know, I have lost a fuck ton of follows. I have lost a fuck ton of money. I've lost a fuck ton of deals over nothing. And I understand that some of you guys might not like me. I understand that some of you guys might even hate me. But you need to understand. And I want to speak to all of the young men out there. You cannot give people the power to destroy your life with lies. That is the scariest thing on earth. If I wasn't such a cautious man, I would be fucked right now. You saw how quick everybody looking for an opportunity.
We're back to talking about how cautious you are. The guy who said, I'm going to stop talking about it and then kept talking about it and then said, I'm going to stop talking about it and then kept talking about it.
Jumped on me immediately. Yeah, even you, Jeff. Yep. Even you. I saw what you did, Jeff. I saw that. Yep.
You're out of pocket. Low limit, you're out of pocket. I just want you to know. Don't let anyone ruin your life. Do it yourself.
And I want to let you know, Jeff. I know a lot more than you think I know.
Zajeff is another Genshin streamer who is beefing with Tectone.
And I have a lot of clips saved that I don't think you know. And I think you took your shot at me because you thought I was going away. Yep. I think that was your best shot. I think you thought that I was going away. And I think that you should really be careful.
More threats, huh? This one is barely veiled. Yes, threaten your ex-girlfriend. Tell her she has 24 hours. Continue calling her a schizo bitch and all that other stuff. And now you're going to threaten some other creators. Okay, good. How many more threats can we do in one more stream? Let's do a bingo card of threats.
Because I know about a thing that I think you...
Tectone literally harassed that dude for years with false allegations. I'm telling you, dude, these people, like the Tectones of the world, they love to engage in this dog shit behavior and then act shocked and surprised and appalled when other people are mean to them. They love it with a passion. And then they cannot fathom that other people would treat them the way that they treat other people.
You don't think I know about. But people in this community tell me a lot of stuff, Zajeff. They do. And not just about you, about your friends too, your friend. I would be very careful.
I'm 2 steps ahead. I'm 2 steps ahead. Dude, this has like, what was that one guy's name?
I think the sheer idiocy of accusing someone
Arcadum
rape is a thing you
This has such crazy Arcadum vibes on it. 14%.
just don't do on the internet unless you're sure. I don't think you want to do that. I really don't.
Dude thinks he's an enemy villain for real.
Please cut your fingernails? True.
Oh, yeah.
Can you talk to Zach?
Oh, he's mad because the Zajeff guy put out this tweet. I guess Tectone, the day before yesterday, put this tweet out. Well, sorry. So this is peak victimization of the self. This guy Zajeff, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. I don't watch any of this Genshin Impact stuff. Or Honkai Star Rail. I don't know anything in that realm. Those are like one of the only games that I don't play. But he said, I never want to be someone that defends Genshin designs, but surely we aren't saying this about the Herta. I don't know anything about this. Lo and behold, Tectone decides to beef with him. Bro mad, go back to playing with Klee and Nahida. Interesting that you're beefing with him. I wonder what this guy said in return. How about you try playing with consensual partners instead? This guy's literally been calling me a pedophile for years because I didn't suck up to him when he harassed my friends. I'm so fucking tired of it. I clicked on his profile for the first time in a year because of the essay allegations, and I just lost it seeing this shit again. I haven't interacted with any of his harassment in the past 3+ years because I know he just turns it into content and makes money off of it. But holy fuck, I hope you go to jail. And then he said, this post will age very poorly, smiley face. Oh, the joke here is that Klee and Nahida they look like children. They're 2 of the short characters from Genshin. So he's calling him like a pedophile by saying this. Dude, this guy is straight up like pulling an Israel. Tectone? He like fires first. And then he's like, why are you throwing rocks at me? What the hell? Yeah, I put settlements on top of your house. Yeah, I kicked your whole family out of this neighborhood. Yeah, I put checkpoints right in front of your door. And now you have the audacity to throw a rock at me? Quick, snipers, kill that child. Just the victimization is pathetic, dude. And this is why people... Here, Tectone, if you want to see what a good insult looks like, maybe you can learn. Maybe you can grow a couple brain cells. This is why people will never like you as much as they like Asmongold. And this is why you can only ever grab a small portion of the dumbest Asmongold viewers. You want to know why? Because Asmongold, at least, he can take it and he can dish it. When people call him a roach-infested king, he hits them with the, you should see the rotting raccoon in my bed. When someone insults you after you insulted them, you freak the fuck out like a little baby, like a little bitch-ass baby. And no one who respects themselves respects you. That's why. That's why people don't like you, but they fuck with Asmongold. Even though you try and say the same words and try and keep the same vibes, you're not the same. And I've always said this. One thing I will respect from Asmongold is that he can dish it, but he can fucking take it. You can insult that guy on almost anything, and he won't get offended. He understands that's the internet. You go after somebody else, they'll go after you back. But this fucking baby, he literally can't handle anyone being mean to him. It's pathetic, dude. Grow up. Grow up.
Jeff in private and settle this? Yes. I would actually love to do that. Because that's what I want to do. I want to handle.
I also believe Asmon isn't a predator. Asmon doesn't strike me as a predator. Asmon strikes me as like a very, very big consensual sex haver. But mostly because I think Asmon's ego is so big that he wants bitches to come to him. And if they don't come to him, he'll just stream video games all day long. He's like, you don't want to have sex? That's okay. I have WoW. Like, he just kind of gives me that vibe. I don't have time to manipulate you. I have to watch this video about how Poland is going to shit, so they have to kill all the immigrants. Like, you guys have to be on the same page with me. You guys have to be. That's totally, that is his vibe. That's his vibe 100%. That is his vibe 100%. Asmon isn't even a predator to the roaches in his room. Bro, they're homies. They're homies, dude.
Handle this in private. I want to talk privately. Because the things that I know are fucking disgusting. I don't want to air them out publicly. I don't. But I have been, I take a pot shot every now and then, but I would like to handle this privately. And so I really think that we should talk. But the fact that he would go on Twitter and accuse me of rape is insane. That is fucking insane. So Zajeff, let's either talk it out or leave me the fuck alone.
Guy who striked first. Leave me alone. Denims, I had a friend that, I had a friend, big emphasis on the had. That's a clone of Asmongold, and you're 100% correct. I've had friends that are like Asmongold. They just don't have the energy for it. They don't have the energy for manipulation because video games are life. Like, they are true 2D equals 3D. If they can't have one, they're happy to have the other, but they don't have the energy to dedicate to like this whole manipulation and abuse stuff. It's just too much work for them. Which I respect it, dude. I respect it. That's based, I think. Based to me. Anyways, let's get back to this guy. Who are you going to threaten next? Let's hear it.
This one should be very obvious. If you're a girl streamer on Twitch, and you have exclamation point socials and you run an OnlyFans, don't act like it's weird when somebody makes a joke about you having an OnlyFans and that being your only good content. Let's go ahead and grow the fuck up. Okay? Let's just go ahead and grow the fuck up here. Okay? What do you want me to say? Straight up. Sorry. All right, let's see.
Nice little nervous tick there, by the way, because you know you violated Twitch TOS. Nice little... Yeah, you know that I'm allowed to do that. Anyways. Why don't you want to say my name? What am I, Voldemort? I have a nose. You can bring me up. It's okay. I don't bite. Oh. You don't like it when other people call you out on your bullshit? And don't fold to your threats? What a loser, dude. You are such a fucking loser. Let's go over a couple of things. Now, I explained it in the beginning of the stream, but I'm going to explain it again because we just played the clip. 1. Okay? What you did violated Twitch TOS. You can disagree with me as much as you want, but you can go ahead and read the Twitch TOS. You violated it. That is sexual harassment. Talking about jerking off to other streamers in a derogatory manner is sexual harassment. You did it with the goal of being an asshole and being a douchebag and delegitimizing me and delegitimizing my stream. You also explicitly talked about watching my clips and videos. And if you know anything about me or my content, you know that the only type of content I post outside of my political content is photo content. The only type of video content I publish is political content. You were specifically referring to my streams. Me having or not having an OnlyFans has no impact at all about you commenting out loud about jerking off to me. You would not find it acceptable to do that in any other context. If a woman, and for the record, I do safe for work content, mostly want to say that because I don't want false advertisement and false marketing. I don't want a bunch of disappointed people being like, dude, sick. And then being like, dude, what? You only do cosplays. What the hell? You only do safe for work cosplays. I was lied to. I was lied to by the internet. This is the equivalent of going to Hooters, saying some unsavory comments, but the customer's always right, blah, blah, blah. And that same Hooters worker also works as a secretary at your firm or your office, and you send a mass email to everyone at work talking about how you jerk off to her. It doesn't matter that she also works at Hooters where she sexualizes herself for tips. That is workplace sexual harassment. And if you disagree with me, I implore you to try it at your office and tell me what the results are. Now, although I don't do porn, let's pretend like I did, just for the purpose of this conversation. Personally, I don't do porn because it's too much work and I'm a lazy fuck. That's the truth. That's the honest truth. Sorry. I know friends who do porn and it's a lot of work. Oh my God, I have nothing but respect for them. Do you think it would be acceptable to sexually harass someone because they do porn? Because someone sexualizes themselves, do you think it's okay to degrade those women? Let's talk about Sasha Grey or let's talk about Mia Malkova. These are women who, I believe now they're retired from porn, but they stream on Twitch and they stream games on Twitch. Would you think it's acceptable to say those comments about Mia Malkova? Would you say that that's acceptable to say those comments about Sasha Grey? When they're trying to do their gaming content, it is not acceptable, and you know it's not acceptable. Why? Because you're basically telling them, shut the fuck up, whore. I'm only going to listen to you or be around you or consume your content if I can sexualize you. And you have no value outside of that. That is harassment of the sexual kind. You were not talking about my OnlyFans. You could not have been talking about it because I don't have any video content on my OnlyFans. I just explained it. I'm too lazy for that type of content. That is clear-cut sexual harassment. And if you took that scenario and put it anywhere else, it would not be acceptable. And you know it would not be acceptable. And that's why you are too nervous to mention me by name. Because you know you violated the law. The Twitch TOS. But nice try. I get it. Your audience doesn't understand that, so you can just be like, OnlyFans, lol, ha ha ha, and then move on from that. That's not how that works. Most importantly, What a pathetic insult. Oh my God. I am asking for just one good insult. This is one of the most pathetic attempts at an insult I've ever seen in my life. How is it that 12-year-old girls can come up with better insults than a 30-year-old man? You had hours to prepare one. And that was the best thing that you could come up with? Christ, you are pathetic. No creativity. The only insults you have are R-word, schizo posting, fat, whore. Is that it? I knew you were a lazy fuck, but Jesus Christ. Put just a little bit more energy. Just a little. That's all I'm asking for. Come on. You've been eating all those protein bites. Surely you have to have the energy for it. But let's see what else you have to say about all the other things, since you're talking about everything. Nice try, though, to try and pretend like you didn't break the rules. But we know you broke the rules.
Let's see what else here. All right. Can you talk about what led to the breakup or no? Wasn't sure if you mentioned it or not. Guys, you have to understand. I am only talking about what I feel like I need to talk about.
Strumdog, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you.
The bare minimum to clear my fucking name. If you guys know me, you know this one thing. I always have another bullet in the chamber. And I need to save every single round for when I need it. Because if I were to fire all of them at once, well, then I'd be out of ammo.
The stupidest fucking analogy I have ever heard in my life. And I've made some dumb analogies before, okay? What a poet. That was pathetic. 2 steps ahead, 10 steps behind. Christ, dude. Light Yagami moment. Dude, even his chat recognizes. This is so cringe, dude. Oh. Grumpy fuck, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thanks.
He needs to save that last one.
I'm going to say the bare minimum that I need to say to understand that I have my community back on my side. And while yes,
and just so you guys know, this is on 1.25x because 1x is so slow.
I have lost a lot of money. The thing that really upset me the most was that I saw a 47-month subscriber of mine unfollow my stream yesterday. That hurt. It genuinely hurt. You guys might think that I'm gay. You guys might think that I'm lame and stupid. I fucking love my chat. I really do. They have been here for me for 6 years. And yes, I'm probably very parasocial and I'm probably very mentally ill. But that shit hurt. I do this shit for my community. I do this shit for the people who've been watching me. Because I was just like all of you guys 6 years ago. I would be in people's Twitch chats, I would have my favorite streamers, and I would watch them, and they would get me through the fucking day. When I met Kriparian in real life, who was one of my favorite streamers, I cried like a bitch. And so the feeling of disappointing my chat, or even letting them think that I did something that I didn't do, it really obliterates me. It really does. It really does fucking obliterate me. I don't like feeling.
Who wrote this part of your speech for you? This one is pretty well written. Too bad it was like an hour of horse shit before and presumably another 30 minutes of horse shit after.
That way. Never have, never will. I want to remind everybody of the fact that I'm going live every day at 10 a.m. CST latest, every single day. This will not.
Guys, you need to keep watching my stream, please. Okay. Please. I go live every day.
Not be another example of someone who gets their life ruined by lies. Absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not. Now, I do want to say a thank you. And this thank you is nearly 90%, 95% of my friends who saw this shit going on reached out to me and said, bro, I hope you're okay. Don't believe that bullshit for a fucking second. That's not the type of guy you are. And if you need anything, I'm here. And to those people, thank you so fucking much. For real. Thank you so fucking much. I am so blessed to have some of the realest motherfuckers of all time for my friend group. Thelma, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. I appreciate you, Doug. We're going to do GotchaCast soon. As a matter of fact, we'll do GotchaCast tomorrow if people want. Because I'm down a podcast. We're going to need to make that happen. Yeah, we're gonna need to make that happen. Yeah. What's your situation with OTK right now? I am no longer a part of OTK. However, I do genuinely care for the org and every single person in it. And I think that's okay. I'll be real. The OTK audience, they didn't really like gotcha games much anyways. You know what I mean? Wait, they fired you for nothing? I want to say this again, and this is very important, okay? OTK did not fire me. I did not resign. My contract expired November 1st, and I chose not to renew it. And I want to make that perfectly clear, okay? Guys, if they would have fired me, they would have put out a fucking tweet saying, we don't condone this. We don't condone that. And we're getting this guy the fuck off our property because he's a piece of shit.
Don't worry, there's still time. There's still time. OTK can still put out a statement. OTK has the opportunity to do the funniest thing possible. Oh, God. The type of guy no one ever likes, revolting ass motherfucker for real. I mean, I've never seen LSF go so hard into like a Tectone type. I'm honestly like surprised how many people are like hyped to see this guy go.
Okay. Now I will say, I will be getting a tattoo. I will be getting the brand of sacrifice tattooed on my body. I will probably do that on stream. Because at this point, it's getting fucking ridiculous. Feels like misfortune truly follows me fucking constantly. And,
Girl who says drama always follows her.
yeah. Is that why you weren't hosting or really having much to do with Top Streamer anymore? No, this has nothing to do with that. Top Streamer, I finished my 2 seasons. All right. I want to go ahead and leave this up to you guys. First of all, I want to thank
anyone who
everybody who's been here.
understands anyone who understands the brand IRL unironically missed the whole point of Berserk. Yes. It's almost like every action has a consequence. Don't bring Berserk into this.
I want to thank everybody who's listened. And now I want to do an interactive part of the stream where I want to give you guys the opportunity to ask me anything that you want. You can ask me anything that you want, and I will answer anything. Okay? Why did you date Pink Chew? Well, because she was hot. There's more to it.
Do I even have to say anything? Do I even need to?